What's up, fellow journeyers?
We're Marissa, Nathan, Hensley, and JJ, and today we're taking you on our favorite RVing adventures through the state of Florida we've experienced over the past 9 years.
You'll experience some of the most beautiful beaches in the world in the Florida Panhandle.
Step back in time and experience historical landmarks in St. Augustine.
Check out one of the most popular campgrounds in the United States, Fort Wilderness in Orlando.
And of course, we'll top it off with one of the biggest RVing bucket list destination, the Florida Keys.
Are you ready to see all Florida has to offer for RVers in one epic video? Buckle up. It's time to let go and get going.
Hensley, where are we at?
Florida!
Now, our Florida adventure kicks off at the breathtaking state park of Anastasia State Park. Now, it can be difficult to get an RV reservation in Anastasia, but if you can, it's one of the most beautiful state parks we've seen in all of Florida.
You know, Anastasia State Park, super nice. $30 a night. Like, this is pretty good for $30 a night, but this is definitely not the norm for us. There's like 150 sites here. You can only have things tied to trees on 4 sites. We just happened to get lucky. When I found out we were one of those 4 sites here, it was like, we have to tie something to the tree. We have to get a hammock out. So we don't even get that hammock out that often. State parks in general are usually a good bang for the buck, as well as national parks.
Now, if you're staying in Anastasia State Park, one of the things you have to do is check out the beach nearby. So we're heading just a few minutes down the road to see if these beaches are as beautiful as we've heard.
Here we come. See the ocean.
It's a good looking beach, isn't it? Yeah. And how long do you think she's been asking to come to the beach?
I can't even tell you.
It might be months. Ever since we mentioned
really
Florida.
excited about the beach. She even said, "Nice to meet you" when we showed up. Beach, here we go.
Hensley,
What is that?
what are you?
A mermaid.
Next is St. Augustine. There are so many great places to explore, from Castillo San De Marcos, the Lighthouse, and the Pirate Museums, and much more. St. Augustine is one of the highest rated locations in Florida.
What did you say about this fort, Hensley? Is this bigger or smaller than you thought?
Bigger.
What did you think it was going to be?
I thought it would just be a tiny little like teepee built by people in the past.
Wow, that's cool.
See a flag?
I do see a flag.
That's cool. A drawbridge, Hensley. This is the main entrance. That's like the most vulnerable part of the whole fort. So they really wanted to protect that.
One flag.
I asked him up front and said we could put a little kid in there for 5 minutes. All right, you ready? You're gonna go first. Now that looks really creepy in there. Oh my goodness. I don't think it's a microphone, buddy.
Oh, I thought those were fake. They were like statues.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Real deal, huh?
What a surprise.
This is the original gate to St. Augustine. Whole city, you know, was fenced or gated, and this was the main entrance back in the 1700s.
Jump. Picture people of the past walking this street, just putting yourself in history, and there's so much of that here.
This is the Bridge of Lions, and it's because you have these 2 marble lions that are guarding the bridge. Completed in 1927. Something else that's really cool and unique to St. Augustine is if you are here from after Thanksgiving until the end of January, they do something called Night of Lights. It's voted one of the top 10 places to view lights in the world. So if you come at night, you're gonna see millions of twinkly lights lit up all across the city. You can do tours that will take you all around and see the lights on a trolley. You can do it by boat, so you can actually take a ride out on the water, and then you'll see all of the city lit up with lights.
We're checking out the fort in downtown St. Augustine. We're moving on to the St. Augustine Lighthouse and Maritime Museum. Now, this is a great stop, especially if you're wanting to get a great view of the surrounding area. Now, we took an exhausting 219 steps to the top of the lighthouse, but the view was totally worth the payoff.
So we read online, this is a pretty cool combination of like history for adults, but then at the same time, if you have kids, it's interactive enough that the kids like it too. I think it's time to whip out the pirate jokes, Hensley.
You've been waiting all day. We actually only came here so Nathan could tell his pirate dad jokes.
What's a pirate's favorite restaurant? Hensley.
What?
What's a pirate's favorite subject in school?
Art.
Art or arithmetic? It's a pirate's favorite animal.
Heart of Arc?
Not art of arc. Aardvark.
It's a pirate ship.
Yeah, it is a pirate ship. It's the oldest wanted poster for any pirate from 1696. World's only surviving pirate treasure chest. It's the sword used by Johnny Depp, Pirates of the Caribbean. Is that cool?
That is cool.
Here we are.
Yes, that's the one.
I love candy.
You love candy? So this is chocolate, peanut butter, and something else. I don't know.
You like it?
Chocolate is better than I ever imagined.
Now, if you travel 5 hours west to the panhandle of Florida, you can visit another state park with miles of stunningly undeveloped and protected beachfront. This beautiful location is Topsail State Park. Like all the state parks in Florida, this can be tough to get into, but it's definitely easier, we feel like, than Anastasia to get into Topsail because there's more sites and it's just more accessible. Topsail's a big state park. It features miles of biking, sand dunes, and then it has like its own set of campground amenities within the state park. But one of our favorite features in Topsail are the sunsets. So we're riding our bikes about a mile from the campground to the boardwalk and then walking on the boardwalk to get to the beach for the sunset because the sunsets here are epic. The dunes here, the whole state park is just so untouched. It's just so walking through those dunes to get here. It's almost like an experience in itself. You usually think of the beach, but I don't know. It's just such a cool entryway to this beautiful sunset we're getting tonight.
How did he get that chocolate milk all over him?
Check out this straight line going across. What in the world? That is crazy.
So pretty. I mean, it's not the most epic sunset you've ever seen. I mean,
I don't even call this a sunset. It's just like a light show or something.
It is, but I think that's what makes it really unique. Every sunrise, every sunset is just so special. And watching it kind of set behind the clouds and give off this awesome cotton candy light. I mean, it's
so weird. I don't know if it's the fineness of the sand or what, but when you walk, whether you're barefoot or you have shoes on, it makes this like squeaking noise. Dinosaur, dinosaur. That may not be clean.
So we are looking for ghost crabs. So at night, these really hard to find crabs come out of the sand and they're trying to make their way to the ocean. And the kids just have a good time seeing if they can spot them.
Sometimes they'll just sit in the hole, but sometimes if they see you, they'll go deeper.
All right, Henson, when you find one, you gotta put your finger in there, okay? Yep, put your finger in.
I don't think we got anything, buddy. Oh, yeah, there he is. We got him.
Look, JJ, look. A crab.
He's gonna jump. Put him in the bucket. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's like a beach lake. I don't know exactly what you call it. It's like a natural lake.
That the sand dunes kind of surround this body of water. Pretty cool. You go anywhere, do anything in the state park, this is the place to be. Like, this is the money shot. This is the coolest thing here.
It's this reveal shot of the dunes as you're coming down this boardwalk. These are these little lakes that kind of forms. I mean, the ones you hike to are a lot bigger than this, but it's still the same concept, just a bigger version of that.
So we had a local tell us, you've got two different kinds of state parks in Florida. You've got the state parks that really there's not a whole lot to do. It's peaceful, it's quiet, you can save some money still over staying in private parks in the area. And then you've got the state parks where the state park can actually be a destination. And you've got so much to do within that state park. Not only are you saving money because, yeah, it's 50-ish bucks a night here, but we'd probably pay double that at private parks in the area. So we're saving money, and if we really want to save money, you can just do all these things within the park itself, because this state park is one of those parks that can be the destination. Now, while RVing at the campground at Topsail, it's not a bad idea to take a day trip to Santa Rosa. Now, we've heard a lot of great things about the beautiful little town of Santa Rosa, and then showing up on a Saturday, it definitely did not disappoint. There were dozens of people lined up for a great time at this beautiful little town.
It's when our two favorite things are combined, Airstreams and food.
Okay, this is the grilled cheese line. Oh my goodness. That's the one you want, I guess.
Apparently when you get grilled cheese out of an Airstream, it makes it gourmet. Yeah.
It's like gourmet prizes. Too.
Yeah.
I paid $2 for this little thing of sauerkraut here.
How much was all of this?
$25 for 2 hot dogs.
No.
But when it's in an Airstream, I mean, you can charge what you want.
If you ever wondered what a double red flag day looks like, that's what this is.
Look at those waves, Hensley. Those waves are crazy. So what do they have at Topsail State Park? You've got 170-ish full hookup sites. Got like a general store. The biggest deal of this campground, you definitely want bikes or to rent bikes, which you can do here. Shuffleboard, swimming pool. Now they've got yurts. Go inside. Got like this cute little bed looks like. I think they've also got some tent sites here, but one of the things that's pretty cool about this one, that if like you had a large group and if like part of your group doesn't have an RV, you can actually rent the yurts. And you can also rent these very large, very nice cabins. I don't know how many they've got. There's a ton, like back behind me over here, it just keeps going for like half a mile.
Now, not all of our stops are state parks, recreation areas. Some of these are privately owned. Ginnie Springs, even though it's a spring, is actually privately owned, but is a very popular swimming area, especially for locals. But one thing to keep in mind, as you get into some of these beautiful campgrounds, they can get pretty tight, especially if you have a large RV. Now, although it wasn't easy to park at Ginnie Springs, it is still well worth it if you can get in there. It's just a short walk down to the springs from there, and it's also a very popular scuba diving spot. You get the unique combination of crystal clear water if you want to scuba dive in Ginnie Springs, or you can go out and you can get on the water.
It's officially gonna be the tightest spot we've ever tried to get into. So we're supposed to fit between these two trees. I don't know if this is gonna happen or not. We're gonna try it.
This is so tight. Yeah, you're good. You're not gonna make it, no. It's tight on this left side.
All right, we tried. That is not fitting between that. Problem is this tree is like leaning. So every time Nathan would try to make that turn between this post and this leaning tree, that didn't happen. There are a lot of open sites, so I'm hoping it's okay if we move.
Site 15, here we go.
I think this is one of the stressful parts of RVing. You get a lot of rewards, a lot of memories, a lot of highs, but there are a lot of challenges moving your home behind you, finding new places to park. I can't believe you made that.
I think we can do it.
Yeah. And that was a really tight, hairy situation, and a bug flew in my eyes, like right in the middle of like that hard part, and I was like trying to watch.
I gave some firewood.
Campers are the best. They're just such a helpful community.
Maybe they saw me here trying to get in here for like half an hour or so.
No. Stable-ish?
I can still feel it coming forward a little bit, but I'm not raising it up anymore.
What are you eating? Look at your mouth.
And then, hey, we've talked about before how we're not fans of the tiny door in the front of this. I can now stand up under here. And the main reason we did this for this site instead of being, goodness, it's almost like so far you would want to drive to this spot. But Ginnie Springs and the playground area are right here. Yeah, I saw this and I thought, what in the world? Is somebody painting out here or something? It's like, but no, there are a lot of vultures and they're all over the place. So for tonight, we're gonna enjoy our free campfire. Thank you, neighbors. The sounds of the vultures flapping all around me. Maybe some s'mores at some point. Why would you not want to just shake it when it catches on fire? Yeah, you'd have a fiery marshmallow going to somebody's head. That's what you got. Is that funny?
Oh! Daddy!
Blow it out. There you go. Good job. This place is huge. So you got this river on the outside edge, which is right over here, that you can tube or kayak or paddleboard, whatever you want to do. You know, if you just want to relax here in the spring, you can do it. So here's the campground. We just walked down to here, and then look at all these. You got dogwood,
I want to
devil.
go here. I've heard this
Okay.
one's great. Can we paddle there?
We're going against the current there, which I think is better to have the current with you on the way back. So yeah. There you go. Keep going. Turn the other way.
Good job, Judah.
There's a dolphin.
Oh, you see a dolphin? Is that what you said? We might see some fish. So we're leaving the spring, going to the river. Yeah, check that out, man. Look at the hammock, Hensley. Would you sit in that hammock up there? There's like steps going up to it.
Oh, wow.
And then you can go lay in the hammock if you want to. See the steps in the trees? Yeah, they can climb up to the hammock and just relax.
So this is Devil's Ear right here.
Isn't there a cave around here? Right there? Oh, is that where those air pockets are coming up over there? You see those air pockets in the water?
Two air poppets.
Look how clear that is, buddy. Oh my goodness.
You can rent floats here or bring your own, and you float all the way down. It's like a natural lazy river, literally a lazy river, and you float down, and then it's like a, from what I read, a 15-minute walk back if you want to keep doing it. So like an hour float down and a 15-minute walk back.
Sit and relax on the way back. Good job, buddy. You paddling?
Because the water's so wet.
Yeah, the water is wet. So you'd ride the tubes, and then while we come in, oh, that's something right there. What's that? I don't know. What was it? That was definitely something. What do you think that was? You can't see stuff. You never know what it was.
Yeah, I like the spring water that you can see the bottom. The river, it's like you can't see.
Yeah.
Next, we're gonna go to a place called Devil's Den. This place is beautiful. It has a river underneath an area of land that's collapsed, giving way to just crystal clear blue water that's 72 degrees year round. And the best part, you can swim in this sinkhole.
There it is, babe. You gonna do this thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
It does look like a swimming pool, doesn't it?
It's a blue swimming pool.
It is blue.
All right, so we're heading down to Devil's Den.
Yeah, so basically it looks like you just come down in this hole and swim around this crystal clear water. I mean, there's fish. I know there's apparently a snake. So cool though. Look at that blue tint it has to it. This is worth a stop. I mean, it's 25 bucks, right? If you have no gear or anything else, but
To rent all the equipment, and right now it's off season, so we get all day access, which is kind of cool. The water's a little chilly, but you get used to it, and
Yeah.
it's totally worth this view.
but we got a whole cave to ourselves. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think this has ever happened before. That fish nibbled on me.
Did he nibble on
He
you?
did.
That's great.
Stop.
Now, if you're looking for another bucket list item to do in the water in Florida, swimming with the manatees has to be up there. So from Devil's Den, you can head south about 45 minutes, and we stayed at a small little campground called Tillis Hill Recreation Area. Now, this is technically like a horse trailer style campground, so a lot of people came with their trailers and brought their horses, but that was a-okay with us in Hensley. We love the simplicity of the campgrounds. There's no bells, no whistles, but the price was definitely right. And this was a great place for us to hunker down while Marissa left to go check off one of the things on her list, swimming with the manatees.
Good morning. We're here at Crystal River and we're gonna swim with the manatees today. So this is my friend Becky. She flew in from Tennessee because this is one of her bucket list adventures, and we happen to be here at the same time, so we're gonna do it together today. All these manatees come to the warm water of the spring, so this is the time of year to encounter tons of manatees. So got our wetsuits on, so we're about to head on the boat. They said the colder it is, and the earlier that it is, the better it is. So we're definitely here when it's cold and when it's early. That was amazing. Probably one of my most memorable things I've ever done. That was so fun.
She made out with a manatee. I think she may actually have to tell Nathan that she cheated on him with him.
It was very lovely
at this point because of the interaction that was going on.
No, it was so sweet. That was like the grand finale. Like they were pretty much saying
Tennessee,
like, tour's over. Girls from Tennessee get in the boat. But that little baby manatee was so sweet. It was very affectionate. And they said it's very, like it's kind of rare to be able to have that affection with them.
Yes.
So that was pretty awesome.
Yeah. Marissa wins the hearts of them all.
So we had an awesome time at River Ventures. They were extremely nice, knowledgeable, and they won my heart over with free hot chocolate.
If you're looking for a unique experience that's about 40 minutes south of Crystal River, you can make your way to a state park called Weeki, Wachee. And now the things to do here sound about like the name. They're just very different. There are lots of things to do in this state park, but really the number one thing people come for, and the number one thing that's unique about this and very different, are the Mermaids.
It has been on my list because they have a very interesting mermaid show here. I love mermaids, and I think this is actually kind of like a little historical. It's a tradition, I guess is the word. It was beautiful. I loved it.
It was something never seen before if you want to see something different.
Yeah, and they've been doing this since like what, the 40s?
Long time.
It's a cool experience, I think.
That's where they perform over here.
Weeki Wachee is definitely not like any other state park we've ever been to.
It's really weird for the state to buy something like this up.
Now, if you're looking for a multitude of ways to see wildlife in Florida, one really neat way to do it is through the glass bottom boat at Silver Springs State Park. Now, this state park is definitely different. It was owned by several different private entities, but ultimately it was taken over by the state in January 2013 after a declining profit. So when you come into the state park, it is beautiful, but you walk around and you're like, wait a minute, this feels kind of like it was a theme park at some point. Well, that's because it was.
Yeah, this is like the gift shop area, I guess. It's just huge.
If you're there, you definitely want to check out the glass bottom boat. Hensley absolutely loves it.
I don't know, babe. That might be real.
Friday's waiting for someone to fall off the boat. That's why I wouldn't want to be in that casino.
It's fake, it's real.
I know, I thought for sure that was fake. I changed my mind about the kayaks. I'm good.
There's a hole underneath the water. Once that plate comes up back to the surface, like on break, because that state protection law that I mentioned earlier, and I'll tell you all about that site. There's another hole right there.
Right there? Rowboat.
So after a lot of investigation and deductive.
Rowboat's also about 500 years old. They don't think it was by Indians, though. They think it was by Captain DeSoto when he was exploring the area.
Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. They stand about 7 feet tall, and they're made out of fiberglass. These statues down here were such a hit and I saw that they were used in 2 James Bond movies after that. One being Moonraker with Roger Moore, and the other one being Never Say Never Again with Sean Connery.
That was really cool.
I would definitely recommend
Yeah,
it. That's
yeah.
really fun.
You ready? You gonna be a good canoeer?
Uh-huh.
I'm excited about your accent, even though you say you don't have one.
I don't have an accent. Everybody else does.
Whoa! We're sinking!
We're not sinking, sweetie. We're good. We're good. Hensley, it's a manatee.
Where?
Over here. Look over here.
I bet not.
There he is.
I actually don't know. Did they tell
That rock looks like
Look at his fingers. This is so beautiful.
They're called sea ravens.
Sea ravens? So these shacks are all from the movie Tarzan. Like, I think the original old school Tarzan, but they're still left up from the movie set. Pretty cool. And we see a bug. Where's the bug?
Right there.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I think we made the right choice. They do have one of these where we're at in Juniper Springs, but it's apparently way more aggressive, if that's the right word. So I think this was good. It was fun.
I was worried with a 4-year-old and having this belly that I couldn't sit. The other one was like, 4 to 5 hours. This one we rented a couple hours and that was perfect. They have a museum and more trails and hiking and biking trails, and it's a pretty big park. And then they have an equestrian entrance as well. So there's a lot to do here.
Now, we've shown some state parks in Florida we love, but another area that you can camp in, another area to explore that has some beautiful springs and beautiful places to swim are the recreation areas in Florida. You don't want to miss these. Now, they don't necessarily have full hookups. A lot of times they don't have any hookups, but they are beautiful and they feel like genuine Florida surrounding you. And if you want to see some springs in Florida, Juniper Springs should be really high up on your list.
There's so much more to Florida than when you typically think of Florida. As Tennesseans, when we thought of Florida, we thought about like, Disney World and Universal Studios, maybe the Florida Keys. But there's lots of areas with like springs and lakes and just all kinds of water areas that aren't as touristy. And usually it's easier to get into those campgrounds too if you're trying to get into a state park, a county park, a city park, or something like that. Juniper Springs is technically like a recreation area, so it's None of those above, actually.
You can see how clear it is just looking at it right there. Oh, that's awesome. I'm expecting to see like little hobbit houses over there or something. You gonna go, Hensley? Are there fish in there?
Can you go swim? That's what. Yeah, there's
like
a little mini one. Apprehensive.
They're small.
about.
They're small. What do you think about this place?
I've always loved springs.
Go, let's do it. Let's go. Come on, it's not that cold. Yeah.
Oh, it's a little crawfish.
It's not worth it.
All right, back up and go down as far as you can.
The only reason Marissa got in here is because Corey's taking pictures of her. You're doing good, babe. Nail it.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, look at mommy go. There she goes, Hensley. There she goes. This might be really cool though. Look at that. How's it going, supermodel?
Might as well have fun with it while you can, right?
Now continuing on with our theme of jaw-dropping, beautiful natural springs in Florida, which we think is a very undershown area of this beautiful state. We're gonna make our way about an hour south of Juniper Springs to a county park called Kelly Park. Now this has RV sites. We've stayed here several different times, and although we talked about this, we're almost hesitant to talk about this county park because it is one of our favorite places to stay in Florida. Again, no full hookups, but you're just minutes away from this gorgeous spring that has everything from an area to take photo shoots. You can go tubing down the springs. There's a swimming area. It is just absolutely gorgeous.
Beautiful, Hensley. That's beautiful. Oh, I love your twirly dress too. Can you show me a little twirl? There she is. Oh, you two are gonna look beautiful.
We've been told the water's 72 degrees year-round.
So clear.
I'm gonna have you do hand behind your back. That's so good.
Can you touch my belly? Yeah.
Here. Oh, that's so good. So good.
How's it going?
It feels awesome in here. It feels really good. Are you having fun? I didn't know how Hensley would do. She was really concerned about getting her clothes wet, but it's fun, isn't it?
This is her kind of photo shoot here.
I let my eyes open.
We're not the only photo shoot out here, looks like.
Highly recommend Kelly Park. The springs are beautiful, and it was all walkable, and definitely ride your bikeable depending on where you're on the campground, but super close.
Here's the very beginning of it right here. Can't go over there though. How's that?
Chilly, not bad.
It's a little chilly. Woo! Ooh, it's hard to breathe. See if I can catch up to him.
Hensley, she's taking up the whole float. I can't get my leg.
Hensley, take this. Oh, you're gone. It's gonna be a little top heavy here. You too good?
Yep, here's your float.
All right. All right, I'm in.
I'm not moving.
You're not moving? How are you not moving? This current's like crazy. Come on, guys. There you go. You got it. This is like the most strenuous, lazy river ever. You're looking lazy. You got it. This is the swimming area over here. This is awesome. We make it, Hensley?
We made it!
Did that like a pro.
It was a rocky start, but I think we're gonna get it this time.
When the fish bite us, it tickles.
So it's how long did that take, Marissa? About 20 minutes, 30 minutes? It took us about 45, but.
It's supposed to be a 20-minute-ish.
So you just do like a 20 minutes down to this area here, then you walk back and you can keep doing it over and over.
Now, one of the state parks we've heard a lot about over the years, and it took us several years to get a spot in there and try it out, is Rainbow Springs State Park. This is one of those state parks where if you can get in, you just park and you relax. The campsites are beautiful. You can get out in your kayak on the water. It is just breathtaking. We definitely feel like if you're hearing good things about Rainbow Springs State Park, it is not an exaggeration.
So we made it to the head of the springs. It's about a 45-minute paddle to get to the swimming area here. Look at this.
Okay, so I see these turtles, and here's some birds, and you can get a quick shot of the water if you like.
So Rainbow Springs, from what I can tell, it has like at least 3 different areas along Rainbow River. So you've got the campground, which is pretty well placed. It's kind of in the middle. You've got the tubing area you can launch from. It's like maybe half a mile down the road. And then you've also got like the main state park area that's the other direction, half a mile-ish down the road, which from what I understand has like a swimming area, trails, concessions, probably the largest area as far as like things to do going on. Did that help, buddy?
Woo. This guy scared him off.
Okay guys, so we're kayaking, serious kayaking, and we've been having so much fun.
Every time we come to Florida, we explore a new springs. We've never been to this one before, and I just love checking them off the list because they're so unique and beautiful. And if water's your thing, Florida in the winter is amazing.
So it's tough to talk about RVing Florida without talking about probably one of the best known campgrounds / resorts in the state, although it's definitely not the cheapest, and that is Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort. This is one of those places, and it's not a state park obviously, but it's one of those places where this could be the destination. You could literally camp here and just spend your time at this campground with everything they have to do. But the big bonus is, if you do want to take the ferry over to especially Magic Kingdom, which can take a long time to get into, it can save you a lot of time and be a very convenient location to access Magic Kingdom and different parts of Disney from the campground.
So we made it to Fort Wilderness and Disney. This is an awesome campground. So we got full hookups. During this time of year, it's around $100 a night. We came in down here and we are currently in the 1600 loop. So your standard stuff is more kind of in this area, and then your premium stuff, a lot of it is up here because you're closer to, especially if you want Magic Kingdom, you can hop on the boat and be over there super fast. So what you get in the standard spots, table, grill, no fire pits. I can't remember if the premiums have a fire pit or not either. I want to say they don't have fire pits. If you want a fire pit, you bring like a propane pit or whatever. This is the story of the day. Check out these overalls. Hensley, you'll see how cute you look? And the cereal on it.
The face.
There's cereal on your face. We got it off.
And this stops 14 out of Loop, Big Bear, Little Bear.
So as far as modes of transportation in Fort Wilderness, we do have our bikes. Bikes are great if you have those. You can walk a lot of places, but it's such a big campground. I almost hate to call it a campground, it's just so big, but it's such a big campground that the buses are great. You can take those. You can drive your car to some spots, then hop on a bus. The cool thing is like everything's intertwined, so you can get to any of the parks from this park. You just might have to do a little bit of walking. So I do actually like the bus system. Each time you come to the park, you've got to pay $25–30 to park your vehicle.
Yeah.
So it's almost like every day you come to a theme park while you're staying in Fort Wilderness, it's like you're getting $30 off. And the coolest perk, well, one of the cool perks, I guess, if you're staying in Fort Wilderness, you get a, what do they call them, like after hours?
Magic hours.
Magic hours.
That's with any of their resorts, but you also get it when you stay at the campground.
Yeah,
so
it's considered
have, like, additional special hours that just people staying on Disney property can utilize, which means way less crowds.
This is sort of like a dinner show, the Hoop-de-Doo review.
Barbecue here.
Mickey's barbecue's here? Yeah. It's not like you're just paying for a campsite. I mean, you're getting access to all this different stuff around here too. Some of it's extra, some of it's free. The pool's free, a lot of that's free.
Some people come here and don't even do the parks.
Yeah.
There's so much.
Yeah.
You can horseback ride, you can go to dinner shows, campfires. Chip and Dale do a campfire every night with s'mores, and
there's so much we haven't even done within this campground. So right next to our site, call them comfort stations. So this is sort of like a bathroom, but it's actually more than that. Bathroom, bathhouse, I always get that wrong. But in addition to just toilets and all that kind of stuff, you've got an ice machine, a couple of bucks for that. Got a laundromat, washers, dryers. Pretty cool. Totally like credit card controlled. You don't have to like fumble around for change and all that mess. I think it's a fantastic deal. I think it's a fantastic spot. I think it's a fantastic way to do Disney.
Just the convenience.
Yeah, I think the convenience is good.
It's a fun little treat every now and then.
And we could only find 3 nights. Now this is booked up like crazy, so you have to get it in advance. We can only get 3 nights. I would love to have shown you guys like more of what's going on around here, like the pools and some of that stuff too. But trust us, it's nice. It's a really nice area, and if you want to check it out, I mean, you're not gonna be disappointed. You can spend the whole time in Fort Wilderness if you want to.
Now, if you're looking for a place in Florida where you can take a stroll and it's super level, kids, no kids, but you can see a lot of the natural wildlife in Florida, one place we recommend is called Circle B Bar and Reserve.
This place has tons of hiking trails and lots of nature.
Nature's in alligators.
Wow.
Yeah, now that's not a real alligator.
If that was a real alligator, you wouldn't touch it. But this one's not real, so.
Oh, it's a sharp teeth.
Oh, he does have sharp teeth. Look at those teeth. Where'd this one come from? Who's this one? Bobcat.
This is pretty cool. This is just the nature center.
What is it?
Snake.
That's right. Marissa says she already saw an armadillo somewhere, so we're gonna try to find him.
Ran right past it.
You don't see an armadillo, Hensley?
Oh, I see him, Hensley.
Be quiet, there he is. There he is right there. There you go, Hensley, you already saw something.
You want to see a sneaky snake?
No sneaky snakes for me. I do want to see this big alligator though.
Look at the white stork. Look, Hensley, look ahead. Oh, he's gone. Well,
we haven't seen any alligators yet, just a armadillo and a squirrel with rabies.
I didn't say it had rabies.
You said he looked vicious.
one right there. One back there somewhere.
The one right here is a small one too. Oh, it's a baby one. They're friends.
It's so cute. Are they friends?
I bet they are friends.
It's just amazing the amount of wildlife in such a small space. I mean, you just turn your head and you can see something everywhere you're looking. Birds, the squirrels, I mean, they say there's even bobcats here, of course snakes, alligators. We're out of Alligator Alley, back on our regular trail.
It's an alligator alley.
We saw some alligators, but Marissa's wanted to see the big ones.
Now, if you're into marine wildlife and movies, you can get a little bit of both at a place called Clearwater Marine Aquarium. Now, this is actually where some of the movie Dolphin Tale and Dolphin Tale 2 were filmed on location here. And you can actually see the two main dolphins from those movies, Winter, Hope, and you can see a lot of other animals brought into this facility that are going through rehabilitation that are no longer in the wild.
Are you friends?
The view is absolutely beautiful here. You can see all this water and boats, and it's a really beautiful facility and view.
Hensley's obsessed with the otters. Like, we tried to get her to see the dolphins and some other things. And
here he comes. This is Stingray Beach, and they've got an area where you can actually touch the stingrays.
So this is where they keep Winter and Hope, which Winter was in Dolphin's Tail, and then Hope came in on Dolphin's Tail 2. Winter was found on the beach, caught up in some line, and ended up having to have the tail amputated, which is a big deal because dolphins need their tail. So they designed this to go on the tail to help Winter be able to swim. And even though Winter could swim, still couldn't be released back out in the wild. So Winter is kept here along with Hope.
It's Winter. That's Winter. Hi, Winter.
Yeah, it has to be because of the tail.
It's so cute.
One of the pelicans that played Rufus in Dolphin's Tail.
Movie star.
He's pretty, isn't he? If you come at certain times, they also do a boat ride, and you get to see some of the things from the Dolphin Tale set, which is something I really wanted to do, but right now we're in off season, so it's only on like weekends and holidays. Yeah, that happened before we even left the parking lot. She was
so tired.
Exhausted. She was super excited. She is crazy about animals.
Now, fruit is grown everywhere in Florida, but as you head farther and farther south in the state, you're gonna see more and more as far as the variety of fruit that you can buy. And one of the more popular things to do as you head south is in Homestead, Florida, and that is to check out the fruit stands. And one of the most popular fruit stands in the entire state is called Robert is Here.
Robert is Here fruit stand. Let's do it.
This is a stop on the National Park Tour. Hey, that's him right there.
Robert?
Yeah.
In the green? What? You sure?
I just saw his picture over here. Unless he's got a twin.
What's cool?
Oh, okay. Robert really is here. It's called Robert is Here. Robert is here. How cool is that? He's over there at the checkout. We were told by Aunt not to go safe, but to try something crazy. All right, here is.
Look at this. It's ugly fruit.
That's what it's called?
Aww.
It's not that ugly.
Star fruit. That's cool.
I would love to try these, but I don't know how to cut fruits I haven't heard of before. This was one of the ones that was different.
Like
What in the world?
it's an emu.
What's up, buddy? I don't know. I don't like the look you're giving me. This is quite the crew out here, my goodness.
There's all the animals here.
Yeah, buddy, that's a lot of animals. Yeah, I didn't know like half the things on the menu, and I don't know half the things in this pen either. Emu, tortoise, we got roosters and chickens, goats. There's some sort of a ox-looking thing down there. I don't even know what that is.
Now, if you're into Florida wildlife,
Okay, all right. When he comes up, see how I just bit my shoe?
probably the place to be is in the Everglades, specifically Everglades National Park. You can ride bikes around alligators and crocodiles. You can take an airboat ride. You can just go on a hike, but there is nature all around you. And the best part, there are also campgrounds at Everglades National Park that are well worth checking out.
But we're currently heading to Long Pine Key Campground, which is in the national park. As far as the dangerous wildlife, I mean, there can be black bears here. Panthers, right? Or is it, they're here?
They're here.
There's literally signs on the side of the road for the panthers. You got the typical alligators, crocodiles.
Beautiful. Oh, geez. There's no way.
Come back. Right, left.
Look at how close we had to get this RV in last night. The good news is we're kind of like right in the middle of a jungle here, but yeah, it's pretty tight. Wow.
I didn't add any of these noises. This is the Everglades waking up. We're like right in the middle of it. It's pretty awesome. Most of these noises seem like birds, but a couple of noises I have no clue what it is. I thought it was somebody snoring at one point. I don't know. It could have been.
About an hour and 20 minutes north of where we're staying in the national park. You can go somewhere that we've meant to go for years. We've been in and around this area. It's been on Marissa's bucket list. It's called Shark Valley. Now, this is also Everglades National Park. So Everglades is like spread out. Here's the trail. We're at the top. We're gonna go 6.5 miles.
I wanted to make it to this observation tower, and at that point you're halfway, because you can do as little or as much of this bike ride as you like, but if we're making it to the observation center, which is halfway, we might as well just come back.
The bike rentals, if you want it, 25 bucks a day. And looks like they have trams too. And I'm sure if you wanted to, you could probably walk it. Hey, buddy. These guys are everywhere, JJ. There's another one.
It's a YouTuber in the wild.
Yeah. Look at that, guys.
It's moving.
Just resituating here. How can you tell the difference between a crocodile and an alligator?
Usually, if there are teeth pointing up on the crocodile's mouth, like that one, then it's usually a crocodile.
And the snout too, right?
Yeah.
The snout is more pointy.
More V-shaped, yeah.
Yeah, it's got a more V-shaped snout instead of a U. Yeah. So halfway down the, I don't know, 15, 16 mile trail, you've got the observation tower.
Look! I see that.
There's the trail we just came from. Unobstructed 360-degree view of the Everglades.
So cool.
It's probably the best view of the Everglades you can get, I bet. Have we been anywhere else you can get this high up?
Not that I know of.
Daddy, come over
Isn't that
here.
cool? Look all the way your eyes can see.
You ready for an airboat?
Yep.
Yep. JJ, you ready for an airboat? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go, buddy. Hop on.
Wow, it's huge.
I love airboat rides. I think I could do that like all day. You're just gliding through the Everglades, and I cannot believe how close you get. Like right there, hands down, I think that's like one of my favorite things to do in the Everglades. It is so fun.
So there are 2 campgrounds in Everglades National Park. One of them is a little closer to civilization, about 30 minutes from Walmart and that kind of stuff. They still have a Verizon signal. They do have some first come, first serves here, which is what we snagged coming in. There were only 2 left, and that was for one night. We do have a reservation for Flamingo coming up, but we needed one night to fill. We couldn't get into Flamingo for one night, not even one night, which I'd heard beforehand, oh, it's not hard to get into the national park, you know, there's mosquitoes and it's hot and you know, everybody, you know. So that's probably one of the first things with reservations is you can't always believe what you read or what you hear. It varies from year to year. Based on, I will say this, like the pattern we've seen, every year it gets just a little bit busier. So it went from 4 or 5 years ago, just strolling up, getting the site, to being sold out within 3 hours, like 10 months in advance. During the week, by the way, too. I mean, we tried to time this for during the week. We still couldn't find stuff during the week.
Now, you may or may not have heard some of the state parks, recreation area, county parks that we've been mentioning in this video, but did you know there's also 3 national parks in Florida? Now, Everglades is well known, but the other 2, Dry Tortugas, which is probably the second well-known one, but you also have Biscayne National Park, and we really wanted to check it out. We heard that it was beautiful, and the boat ride out to the island where the national park is was supposed to be well worth the ride. Problem is, we'll probably have to be back to try it again because things did not work out on this particular visit.
So, yeah.
So we're going from
here out to
here.
So if you're going to Boca Chica,
okay,
you're going out here.
Put it on, Ranger Hensley. What are the rules? What do we need to do?
Don't touch the animals.
Don't touch the animals? What about trash? Can we just throw our trash on the ground? No! What if we see a leaf on a tree and it's super pretty? Can we just pull it off the tree? No! What if we see a manatee? Can we feed it a cheeseburger? Oh, you're such a good ranger.
So technically we are in the park, but we're also gonna go to the other side of the park, which is across the water to an island.
So there's 3 national parks in Florida, and 2 of them, I think this one and then Dry Tortugas, are essentially islands that you have to get out to the island. So that's what's really cool about this one is we're going to take a boat ride and go out to the island. That's the national park.
Cool. So this is the visitor center. We're getting our boat tickets.
We bought them ahead of time because they will sell out here.
And they did sell out.
Yeah.
So we're glad we got them.
Oh yeah, it's like salty wet too, man.
It's not so much the water, it's that it's salt water. So like it burns when it gets in your eyes.
Do you guys know what BOAT stands for? Break out another 1,000 because they're always breaking.
That we're no longer going to splash about water, and that does seem like a good thing. However, it's not a good thing. It's because one of the 2 engines went out. They had to turn us around, and we're going back to the
At least we're not going
mainland.
down in the water.
True. Usually it takes 45 minutes to get to the island. You get an hour to walk around, and then 45-ish minutes to get back. So that doesn't add up to 3 hours, but anyway, it's around 3 hours. Or 2 hours on the water if your boat breaks down. So we opted just to go for a walk. It's like a nice little trail, and I think we're kind of pretending we're on the island we were going to go to.
Even though it's not quite the same. This is a pretty shot. Wow. Isn't that pretty, Hensley? It's a pretty shot, isn't it? Isn't this pretty, buddy? It's a consolation prize. There's something about that shot. Just the way the rocks go out straight. That's really pretty.
It's like it's a stepping path out to the ocean.
That's what the first thing Hensley said was like, can I run across those rocks?
That's what you want to. You're like, I totally want to just walk out there.
So we've done it. We've made our way all the way south in the state of Florida to what many would say is the pinnacle of the places to visit in Florida, and some would even say in the United States as far as a bucket list, and that's the Florida Keys. The Florida Keys has its own unique culture. It has crystal clear waters, snorkeling, boat rides, the sunsets. Everything about the Florida Keys just sets it apart, honestly, from the rest of the United States. It is a must-visit RV spot if you're in the state of Florida.
So Pennecamp's it's one of those, like, I can already tell, pretty cool if you have a bike type areas, what you can ride to with the bike. So we're riding over to like the visitor center, but it has an aquarium, is what it says. So we'll see. Probably one of our favorite things about state parks is not only can you like quickly get to this stuff, so this is like the dive shop, and I don't know, it says hot coffee and that kind of thing. They do have diesel and the marina. Yeah, that's the glass bottom boat tour right there. But it's like you get all this stuff built in to your already very affordable campsite fee of, I don't know what, 35, 40 bucks a night, something like that. For the Florida Keys, very affordable campsite. So that's why it's hard to get into these places.
I'll just lay my bike.
We're here. You did it. Good job, buddy. Whoa. Somehow, I've dragged Marissa and the kids out for another sunrise. We're out here for donuts on the beach.
JJ! Hey, baby! Hi, JJ!
He looks like a newborn.
JJ, look, your eyes closed?
It is not as cold as this looks.
Yeah,
like officially
so
Floridians. It's like 55 degrees.
Shorts. I know, no kidding. Got our hot water.
Our hot water down, yeah, it's like a murky.
What'd you guys do?
I don't know what I did.
Nathan
I was, look, I don't know what I did. Look at this, that makes you want to throw up. Look at these two. We're over here like,
just drinking,
this is
our hot water.
Life with a 5-year-old and 11-month-old versus life with 2 teenagers. So
this is pretty cool to film this lot. Like something about having that cloud cover makes it a sharp
like just a sharp entry into the world here, and that is cool. Wow. Corey had to get that leaf and like flip it up and
I'm gonna have to go find another leaf.
sprinkle a little water. Yeah, yeah.
It looks deformed.
That leaf should not even be on this beach, honestly. I don't know where he got it.
Look, the sun's coming.
It is. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh.
That's it?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Big step, okay?
You got this.
Ready?
Welcome aboard Sundiver 3. My name is Mike. We're going to be your crew today. We're going to be taking you out to a coral reef.
We're going pretty far out into the ocean. Yeah, we are.
You want to get in the water? No?
I'm just gonna be honest with you. Some of the things we do are completely magical. Like snorkeling in the Florida Keys sounds really magical, right? And it was for a lot of people on the boat. I heard them coming in talking about all the things that they saw in the ocean. But yeah, that was not unfortunately the experience we got.
So Marissa's sick within 30 seconds of us stopping the boat. Like,
rocking all over that ocean.
She's about to throw up. She can't think straight. Like, I'm having to, I'm trying to handle both kids.
Well, we're thinking, hey, we just need to get in the water. Once we get in the water, everybody won't be sick. They'll be seeing cool things, and it'll all be better.
The boat, they anchored it pretty far away from where you wanted to swim, but we couldn't get any of the kids to go far enough to see anything.
We couldn't even get to the reef.
So Hensley and I never saw anything but seaweed and jellyfish. And the other family we're with, they never even saw jellyfish.
I saw some underwater plants and one fish about this big. One of the really cool things to do in John Pennekamp State Park is they have trails on the water. So you can go through mangroves, you can rent kayaks, you can get out on your paddle boards, and that is what we're gonna do.
So like 2 minutes down the road, you can actually walk over here too, but we're not walking with the boards. You can walk to this launch spot. This is not a big beach area, but going back to the whole myth thing, like that is a beach area over there. There's like 2 or 3 beach areas for this park. Pretty good sized beach area over there that you can access from within Pennekamp. So pretty cool. Wow, look at the manatee, buddy. Say manatee. Yeah, there he is. Wow.
Woo! Hey, buddy. Hey, bud. Made it to the beach. The beach area is incredible here. Look at this. Over in that area over there is where we saw the manatees. We're gonna go out and see what we can see out here. Hopefully we can just see some stuff. So they have a mock shipwreck here, and I've heard it's pretty cool.
I know Hensley's excited. This girl's excited. She's always excited.
One of the things you have to do when you get to the Keys is get out on the water, because it is so rocky. I mean, it's not as much of this beach destination. So the fun part is like getting out on the water. The reefs are awesome here, but we're gonna go do some water sports today.
It's pretty cool. They've dropped us off on a sandbar. I don't know, a couple feet deep, something like that. Pretty awesome. Show me your moves. Oh, Hensley, look what she found. Look.
This is a cushion sea star, or a Bohemian sea star.
Wow.
It is. That's the underside. That's his mouth right there, and
wow.
it moves along with all these little.
That's so cool.
So basically the way this works, they brought us out from shore, which is over here, and they just go to town on all kinds of water sports stuff, basically. Floaties and mats and kayaks. These are glass bottom kayaks. Really cool. Did you have fun, buddy? Did you have fun?
Oh, I think.
You ready for your nap?
I think you did have fun.
This is gonna be the coolest Bass Pro I've ever been in my life. I've only been in like 3.
You wouldn't know this is a Bass Pro though. Like,
No, it's
does
really
anything
cool.
say Bass Pro?
Well, it does, and it says like Sportsman and something outside too. So, but yeah, I think it's
super cool.
Check out this elevator over here. I see Jessie on it. She's already going up it. Ooh. Dude, Hensley. Johnny Morris, Bass Pro Shops owner, obtained it, had it refurbished, and installed in its present location here at the Worldwide Sportsman.
So this
They moved all
was
this
the front of a store in Paris.
in the 1890s.
That's wild.
They brought this over from Paris.
Cool.
Yeah, so all this stuff, probably the elevator and all that too, I bet. Isn't that
Yeah,
cool?
you're probably right.
Yeah, everything that looks ornate basically was brought over. So in 1998, he refurbished it and brought all this stuff in.
Look at the door and the designs on the door.
Paris.
Amazing.
You, buddy. That is you. It's so cute on you. You like it? See, I just want to cuddle it, not wear it.
So this is the sister ship of Ernest Hemingway's Pillar, and this was built at Weeks Shipyard in Brooklyn in 1933.
If you're in the Keys, one of the things to do is to feed the tarpon. But we had a local tell us, hey, actually our captain, I guess, on the tour we just did, said, hey, go to the Bass Pro Shop down the road, and you can do it there too. And there's no entry fee, because they charge an entry fee at Robbie's now and stuff. And you can buy shrimp or sardines, which is what they prefer. So when in the Keys, figured, hey, we'll do the sardines.
That's huge.
Give them the cheese first. Go for it.
No one's
Go.
over here.
It's okay. They'll come
I
get
think
it.
they'll get it.
Here we go. What?
What's going on?
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Pelican got it.
No, you don't get our watch the bucket.
No. I try and get the bucket.
This is not. See, they're not going to come up while these pelicans are here, I bet.
Oh man, look at all the nurse sharks now.
Look at him.
Go! Wait.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Run! Run!
Go, go, go.
Ready.
All right, new plan, we're moving.
Dude, no.
Oh, man.
I got that.
No, you have to do it.
That was awesome.
Hey, I wasn't.
Throw it!
That's pretty cool, wasn't it?
It was fun. What'd you think, buddy? JJ's impressed, right?
I mean, pretty cool for just swinging by off the side of the road.
Yeah.
It's a neat stop.
I love their Roman chickens and roosters.
You can't beat it. This place is happening. I'm on like sensory overload. My goodness. It's just like every time I turn around, I just want to start filming something else.
You know, this place is incredible when every night at sunset they have a celebration and everybody just comes out and celebrates the beautiful sunsets.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. There's some water action. Whoa.
Everybody, come watch.
This guy's working this crowd, man. You guys ready?
So ready.
Are you ready, Hensley? Corey is ready to roll.
I forgot
Look
to
at this
delete
artistic flair I've got going on. I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
get his camera. His camera's gonna be in my time lapse. Everybody's packing in. Do your thing, babe. Scene about to go? Excited? It's gonna be so pretty here. One of the prettiest sunsets you'll see.
Is it filming?
It's filming. Is there a red dot going? You guys see that red dot going? That means it's filming.
Hello, the sunset. We're at the sun. Over there is where we live. That's a wolf, a pelican. And this pelican here is Donnie.
Oh, there it goes.
Wow. So gorgeous.
There it goes, JJ. There it goes. Well, those are our favorite places that we've RV'd in the state of Florida over the last 9 years. But we want to know is, where in Florida are you most looking forward to RVing? Let us know in the comments below. In the meantime, if you want to see more Florida RV videos, we have a playlist that includes the full-length videos that we used to make this video. And once you check those out, you should be a Florida RVing expert. Well, thank you for taking this journey with us this week. Until our next video, we'll catch you guys later.